Today we talk about sweet tea. We have an awesome surprise alternative, and I answer questions about BCAAs. Hello everybody, welcome to Equals and Alternatives, episode 79. I'm your host Mike Vacanti, and this is episode 2 from Southampton. I feel a little awkward with my positioning here, like I want to be more on camera, but this is literally the best setup I could find. I don't have my tripod out here with me. We're day 2 in Southampton, 2 episodes in, making moves. Today we are reviewing sweet tea, Arizona sweet tea at 270 calories in this 23 ounce can for only 99 cents. I didn't buy Cokes because they were only selling 12 packs, and I'm not going to drink 12 Coca-Colas or buy a 12 pack just to hold it up here. Like you can see it in a card. We've used Coke before, you know what Coke is. Even though I'm bulking, I don't want to use 12 times 39 grams of carbs to hit my carb goals over these next couple weeks. I would much rather be eating fruit and oats and potatoes and corn and grilling things and just more nutrient dense foods that I enjoy. So that's why I don't have the 2 Cokes with me, but there's not a lot to say here. I think that people, if you grab X person off the street in Times Square and ask them, hey, what is more healthy, like iced tea or a soda, they'd be like, oh, iced tea, it has the word tea in it, that seems healthy. It's not. This is just sugar. 23 carbs, 23 grams of sugar times 3 servings in a can, no micronutrients. It's sweetened with high fructose corn syrup. There's nothing cool going on here at all. This is pop. This is sweet tea. The Arizona iced tea that isn't sweet tea was 70 calories rather than 90 per serving. So 210 in a can, a little bit lower calorie per ounce of liquid than sweet tea. But either way, I don't think either of these make sense unless you find them absolutely delicious, want to use them to hit your macros. Then I guess, by all means, we all have our things that we like. The alternative today, I'm actually super pumped about because I had never seen it before. I was in, what was it, a CVS walking through, and I grabbed that. I was looking for some type of high sugar tea to compare to a soda for today's episode, and I found this Monster Muscle. So the alternative was going to be green tea, just drink hot green tea, because that seems this is sweet tea and that's 0 calorie, a little bit of caffeine, fine. But I don't really drink much green tea and I don't like it that much. Uh-oh, we got a lawnmower going back here. Battling the elements, one take show. 79. I don't like green tea. Let me just get in here with you guys. So then I was going to use a white Monster as the alternative because that's what we used yesterday in our comparison with the Starbucks video, episode 78. But I saw this. Muscle Monster in a can, 4 grams of fat, 20 carb, 25 protein. So on a day where your carbs are a little bit higher, a training day maybe post-workout, maybe you're still dragging post-workout, you have a meeting after your workout, you got to run around, run errands with the kids, you got to go, you need some caffeine. 160 milligrams of caffeine, 152 milligrams of caffeine in a can here. I grabbed chocolate. They had strawberry and vanilla. Even though I have no interest in having caffeine right now, or really even the macros in here I just ate, I'm so curious that we got to try this live for the first time here on the show. I'm a little nervous that it's going to suck, and then I'm going to be super disappointed because the anticipation's just absurd. Pretty good. It's not amazing. It tastes like an alcoholic drink that has chocolate in it, like a very, very mild, or not that has chocolate in it, but it tastes like a White Russian or a Colorado Bulldog if you've ever had one of those. For what you're getting here, 160 milligrams of caffeine and 25 grams of protein, I think it's great. $3 at CVS. You pay for protein, you pay for caffeine. That's just kind of how it is. HFCS is cheap. Question of the day. Question of the day is a good one. I got via email, I get this question a lot. Mike, like basically, what do you think of BCAAs? I hear so many recommendations with BCAAs. I'm marketed to so hard to purchase BCAAs. I don't know when to take them. I don't know why to take them. Like, what should I do? And what are we, 4:45 in right now? Minus the beginning of me dilly-dallying around. I could talk about nerdy specifics related to branched chain amino acids, but I don't think that's very valuable for you. What I would rather do is dive into the practicality. And I actually have the BCAAs that I take. Purple Wrath, it's a combination of BCAAs and beta-alanine in a pre-workout. So I have that here. The only time when it really makes sense to take a BCAA is pre or during or post-workout when you're training in a fasted state, okay? If you're training in a fed state, and the reason is to prevent muscle breakdown, and this, my intuition tells me that this is more relevant when you are doing more total volume, longer, more intense workouts, more sets, more reps, whatever it is, just like more volume, you're more at risk for muscle breakdown, and so BCAAs are more relevant in those types of training environments. But that being said, if you aren't fasted, like if you've eaten within a few hours pre-workout, there's no need to take BCAAs, okay? So you might be asking, well, why then would anyone train fasted? Like, why wouldn't I just eat around my workout instead of having BCAAs? Because that is actually more effective. Having whey protein, 30 grams of whey protein an hour before your workout, and then having a post-workout shake is actually more effective at preventing muscle breakdown than taking branched chain amino acids, all else equal. The reason that I have clients practicing different forms of intermittent fasting, that I often practice different forms of intermittent fasting, and I'm training fasted right now, is because it's easier from a lifestyle point of view. Hope I don't get stung. Actually, it'd be kind of funny if I got stung on a one-take show. Intermittent fasting makes sense from a lifestyle point of view. Branched chain amino acids do not spike insulin to the degree that food does, and improved insulin sensitivity is one of the physiological benefits of practicing some form of fasting. So by taking these pre-workout, you aren't spiking insulin as much as a whole food source would, and you are at the same time preventing muscle breakdown during your training session. So fasted workouts, pre-workout, 10 grams. What you really want is 3 to 5 grams of leucine, which is the amino acid that is most responsible for preventing muscle breakdown. So if we look at the ingredients, like we're getting 700 milligrams, or 7,000 milligrams, excuse me, of this, this complex. I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically that is a combination of 7 amino acids here. The first one is leucine, which is good, because the first ingredient listed is the one that contains, like, that this contains the most of. So I actually don't know how much leucine I'm getting. I use a scoop and a half of this, so I'm getting 10.5 grams of this complex, and I assume that the first ingredient here is taking up at least 1/3 of that. But yeah, generally shoot for 10 grams of BCAAs if you want to be like super on top of things. Figure out exactly how much of each amino acid is in there. You definitely don't have to do this, by the way. I don't even do it, as you just saw. But 3 to 5 grams is what the sciences say of leucine to prevent muscle breakdown pre-workout. To take it one step further, coming off of like the Martin Burkhan theory of 16-8, if you want to train in the morning because that makes the most sense, but you also want your feeding window to be noon to 8 because that makes the most sense from a lifestyle point of view, what should I do? Loading BCAAs post-workout, and if you want to, every 2 hours from post-workout until... My fault, guys, ran out of memory on the phone. I really got to just do a clean sweep and delete stuff. What I was saying was, if you train fasted in the morning, you don't want to break your fast until later in the day for lifestyle reasons, have anywhere between 10 and 30 grams of BCAAs from post-workout, spaced out until you break that fast and have meal number 1, if you're practicing some form of fasting. All right, that's it. It's getting really hot. It's like 4:30-ish right now. Sun's just pounding me. I'm about to jump in the pool. I'm trying to think. I put up a new video about protein today. There's also a post on the blog if you would prefer to get through that content faster. So I will link the, I don't know what we'll do. Owen, what are we gonna do? We're gonna link post, video, and in the description we will put both down there. 11 myths about protein, pretty in-depth, pretty good. Good content, couple guest appearances in there that you can check out for yourself. All right, guys, good episode today. 2 out of 2, strong week so far. Remember, you know what? Leave me a comment. No one ever comments anymore because the question of the day is me answering question of the days, and I get lonely when there's no comments. So, like, say hi or tell me what you are most excited about in your life right now, or just say hi. Remember, your body's still counting macros even if you're not.